What up? What up? What up, guys? Hey, this your boy T&T Bbq, and man, woo! Like I can say, woo! What a cook yesterday! Yesterday was a serious cook, man. We really had a good time, and man, God is so good. But yeah, I'm gonna put the StreamYard link in here if anybody want to jump in on me and just let's talk about barbecue. But yeah, it was a pretty big cook, man, and yeah, not much, brother. How you doing, man? Just waking up, praising the good Lord. Thank you, Jesus, for making another day. But I'm gonna put my Facebook link here. This is T&T Bbq Facebook link. If anybody wanna go check my T&T Bbq page out. That's my Facebook link, T&T Bbq and Catering. And this right here is the link right here. Is a link if you want to click in and just join the chat, talk to T&T Bbq, say what's up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Oh, thank you, brother. Okay. Detroit in here. Detroit. Okay. Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you. They were amazing yesterday. They was delicious, man. They were delicious, man. Oh man, South Carolina in the house. Good morning to you, sir. How you doing, Mr. Bill? I'm doing pretty good, man. Okay, how you doing? I tell you what, we raised a lot. So we didn't reach our goal on how many people to serve, but we reached our goal financially. So that was it. We didn't really reach our goal. How many people we served a lot of people. I think we served around 400 people. What's up, brother? How you doing? Nebraska in the house. What's up, man? How you doing, brother? Gotta come down to see me, man. I'm out here in Iowa. So we reached our goal for us financially, but for us, how many people we want to serve, we did not reach our goal. But we did reach our goal financially. All proceeds was donated to Dollars for Scholars. And what Dollar for Scholars is basically it's for kids to go off, help kids in college, help kids do stuff and go to college and things of that nature. So that's a link. If you want to click on the chat, you want to jump in and you want to talk with T&T, you want to talk to Mr. T, you want to just have a brief conversation with me, go and click on the StreamYard link. But man, the big cook was amazing. We had a lot of volunteers. Only thing I'm gonna change next year is I would like for more volunteers to come 3:00 in the morning. Cause that I think that's where my wife, lifting those heavy coolers and lifting those heavy equipment, I really could have used another or two gentlemen to help with that. Cause that's where the hard work is done after hours, getting all that chicken pulled off the bone, things of that nature. That's hard work, man. But we got taken care of. We had 4 cases of loin. They're about give or take 70-pound, 80-pound cases. We had 4 cases of loin, pork loin, 4 cases. We had so we cooked about 30 some loins yesterday, 32 loins if I'm not mistaken. 32 pork loins yesterday, 32 pork loins. Get out of here, 32, man. But yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. But yeah, I'm working on a video right now, guys. The video I'm working on is my boy Smoking Joe barbecue competition. But let me finish talking about yesterday, then we'll talk about the competition that I'm part of, YouTuber Barbecue Pitmasters, guys. Yeah, YouTube. I'm working on a video right now. But yeah, so for Groveland, okay. Good morning from Groveland. Hey, guys, Lake County in the house. What's up, Lake County, Florida? How you doing? But yeah, we working. Me and Joe getting together. Joe's putting together a video. Speaking of Joe, I got Joe in the stream. Joe, we're gonna talk about this. Let's go, Joe. Hey, what up, bro? How you doing?
Good, brother. How are you, man?
Man, I'm actually working on the video right now. Had a big cook yesterday. Couldn't do it yesterday because I was just too tired. But man, I'm so excited, man. I just wanted to go and I was gonna talk about the big cook, but I want to also talk about the competition, man. So who else can talk about the competition but the guy that created the competition? Right. I introduced some. I present the others. My boy Joe, Smoking Joe Pitts. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Good, man. Just getting going for the day. Had some coffee. I got my video filmed it yesterday. Yeah, man. I was just gonna ask you if you had filmed your video yet.
Oh no, man! I'm doing that right now as we speak. I'm doing everything pretty much outside because my thing is when you do competitions, you're not gonna be in a house.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm treating this because it's a real competition to me. So I'm doing everything outside. And that's what I mentioned doing the video. Like, hey guys, this is gonna be outside. This is gonna be like, this is gonna be the real life thing. Because I have been in the real life thing, and you don't get to go in your kitchen and prep your food and all that kind of stuff. Unless you got an RV like Joe.
Yeah. What are you cooking again?
Beef ribs, beef plate ribs.
Oh man, that's what I did yesterday, bro. Oh my God, they came out amazing.
Oh
yeah.
I'm cooking against a beast, though, man.
Who are you cooking against?
I'm cooking against not Eric, but see, I keep having brain poops because I'm tired. I'm cooking against Lord, Rick from Texas, Rick.
Oh yeah. Rick's Barbecue and Specialties.
Yeah, Rick Barbecue and Specialties. Why keep saying Eric? Rick. Yeah.
Yeah, you're cooking beef. Yeah, Rick's Barbecue and Specialties beef ribs. Yeah, that's true.
Yes, I'm cooking against Rick, man. I tell you what, man, and Rick be cooking his butt off.
Yeah. It's gonna be good, bro. It's gonna be good.
It is, man. It is. I'm not trying to spoil it, man, but I kind of I feel bad, man. I feel like when you in Texas, you're going against Texas people, you cooking beef. You gotta act like you're from Texas. So I kind of went a different route than what I normally go. So I'm using a standard flow smoker.
Uh-huh.
I'm using Harley Hog. It's an offset smoker. Everything, no reverse flow, just all offset. I'm using hickory wood mixed with oak. I'm using hickory for the first couple hours, then oak, and then I'm using Texas Boys rub. I'm using Sucker Busters with some competition cow powder by Uncle Steve Shake.
There you go. Morning, Bill Crabtree. Yeah, I smoked him yesterday on my offset, my frontiersman. I mean, if you're again like you mentioned, Thyron, if you're cooking up against a Texas boy, it better be done on an offset,
Yeah. Hey man, hey, this is a competition to me. This ain't no friendly. I mean, it's friendly, but I want to win. Yeah, I ain't giving nobody a pass, Joe. If you beat me, you beat me on my best day.
Bro, I even told my wife yesterday before I started the cook, I was a little nervous, man.
Yes.
It's had I been just making a regular video for my YouTube channel, I wouldn't be nervous, but because it's a competition, like you said, you better put your best foot forward, man, and cook your butt off. I don't care who I'm cooking against. I mean, I was a little bit nervous,
Me too. I was a lot nervous. I mean, even when you was calling the names, Joe, I would sit here like I'm about to puke. Like
it was kind of nerve-wracking, man. When we were picking the competitors, and you know what was weird? The weird thing about it was I was the very first name called when we turned that wheel. We were select. I was the very first one. I was like, really? And then the nerves start building up because I'm at a, I guess I could have been the one that was the most nervous because I could have cooked against anybody at that point.
Yes.
You get down to the last 10. Well, okay. Well, you kind of know who your competitors
50-50.
are. Yeah. But boy, when you get selected first and you have 19 other channels, I'm like, oh God, here I go. That's the worst. That was the worst feeling ever, man, because I could have gone up against anybody at that point.
Amen. I understand that. And man, you got some heavy hitters in the competition. I think all 20 of us are heavy hitters.
Yeah, man.
So it's like, it's like kind of watching the Game of Thrones when you didn't know who gonna die. You know?
Yeah.
That's what I loved about Game of Thrones. They didn't spare nobody.
No, man. And that's the whole thing about this is that there's going to be people from 20 different channels watching our videos. So it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have, because if we get a bunch of subscribers from another channel that don't know who I am, they could vote for the other guy. They don't know any different. And
Amen.
People from your channel too. I mean, the thing about it is, I try to stay close to all the communities, whether it's your channel or Rick's channel or Todd at Greenhorn Barbecue and Beer. That's who I'm cooking up against. I stay close to him and participate, watch his videos, leave a comment in the comment section and stuff. I don't think that people know me like they know who they're subscribed to, but I'm hopefully I'm not a stranger to most channels, but it's still going to be, this competition is so, I mean, I'm excited. Number one, it's exciting. And the whole competition piece, I mean, just adds a little bit more excitement, man, because you're starting with 20 solid channels, like you said, and we're going to drill it down to 10 by the end of the week, next week. There'll be 10 of us. So
I feel like that rap song started from the bottom, now I'm here.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I tell you what, I am so excited, and the thing about it though, I'm like so excited to see what other people gonna cook, like your channel, Joe. I can't wait to look at your beef ribs, and be honest with you, whoever drew beef ribs, I'm holding myself at that level. Like, I seen you post picture your beef ribs on Facebook. I was like, hell no. Mine better be looking like that,
bro. And I gotta tell you, man, the once I sliced the ribs, I was like impressed, man. I was like, holy smoke. I had a neighbor that asked me, commented on my Facebook page, hey, are you selling those ribs? And they were Wagyu beef ribs, so they're pretty expensive. But she's a really good neighbor, and when I barbecue briskets or ribs, she's always buying stuff from me. So I turned her on to one yesterday. I went to her house and just took her one. And she loved it. So it was good, man. I was really impressed. I was happy with the overall cook. These ribs, Thyron, on the bone, it looked like a brisket flat was sitting on top of the bones, man. It was, I couldn't have asked for I mean, this cook, that's all I got, bro. That's all I got. I have no more. I have no more to offer, man. That's as good as that cook can get. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Oh no. When people say that means they put it out there.
Bro.
You left everything on the field. That means like boom.
Yeah, that's I did everything I could possibly do. I spritzed, I kept them moist. I smoked them for 7 hours. And man, the end result was, I was pretty happy with it. I was really, it's the best. I told my wife last night, it's the best beef rib that I've ever smoked, hands down.
Wow.
Yeah, because again, it brings out the best in us, Thyron. I mean, you're a very competitive guy, and so am I. And I think these competitions, it brings out the best in us. So this is good, man. I'm excited for our subscribers.
Yeah, and it's gonna be good. But Joe, one thing, guys, listen, if you're in the chat, you can win a Yoder
Yeah.
for participating in this contest. Joe, hey man, I want to thank you, man. Like to me, that not 20 of us winning a Yoder YS640. That would have been awesome, Joe. But the point that you're not looking out for, you're looking out for our subscribers.
Yeah.
That to me says a lot about your integrity and the way you're thinking of things. So I got to say thank you, man, because my subscribers are gonna say thank you because this man's getting a $2,000, $2,300, depends on whether it's on the competition card or not.
Right.
Donated and given to the subscriber, one lucky subscriber. That is freaking amazing, man.
Yeah, it's over $2,000 for sure. I mean, I still don't. I haven't even asked that question, but if I know Joe Phillips, which is the co-founder of Yoder Smokers,
yes.
If I know him, he's probably going to throw a competition card on there. But let's say that it's just on the backyard cart.
Yeah.
You're still getting you're getting the best, in my opinion, the best pellet smoke on the market. It's made in the USA. The quality is amazing. I've been cooking on the 640 now for over 6 years. And I've never had any issues with it, So yeah, you're gonna get, the paint will chip off eventually, and you have to touch it up and stuff. But hell, this, Tyron, any smoker that you have that's an offset or whatever, if it's a quality good steel, it's the paint's gonna come off of it eventually, and you'll have to touch it up, but it's not gonna rust through. I can guarantee you that.
Amen.
So what she says, she's trying to learn. That's why I watch your videos. Your food looks so good. I thought you can. Angela. The thing, and I know that question's geared to Thyron, but the thing is that it's like everything in life, man. You weren't born learning how to drive a standard vehicle, stick shift vehicle. But boy, once you learn it, it's like, oh man, this was easy. And the thing is that you have to, as long as you start, don't worry about the mistakes you're going to make down the road. That's only going to make you better. But just start it, and you'll be surprised. You'll surprise yourself on how well people can cook, man. I don't care if you've never smoked before or whatever. It's just so fun. Get out there. And the weather right now, I mean, it's summertime's right around the corner, and it's the perfect time to learn to smoke or grill or whatever it is that you're into,
And Angela, she's from Florida, Groveland, Lake County, and it's beautiful year round.
Oh yeah.
I grew up probably about 30 miles from her, Joe, in Wildwood, Florida, and we all got something interested. She liked that Pine Street barbecue, I bet you. Over at Pine Street, or come down to Wildwood and get some of my mama barbecue. But like you say, Joe, it's all about learning. But here's something though. We made the mistakes for you. Me, Joe, James, we all made the mistakes for you. You can go and sit down on our videos and learn the master class, learning what seasons to use, learning how to brine, learning different ingredients, right, Joe?
Yeah. So, Bill, you're talking about trying to find the right ingredients. Here's what I use. Okay, that's backwards. So this is my homemade SPG, and that's what I use on those ribs. And you can see the ingredients there. And one would think that it's high tech, but it's not. It's salt, pepper, paprika, garlic, and then I put a little bit of cumin in this batch, just like a cumin. So it was 3 cups of black pepper, 1 cup or 1 1.25 cup of salt, kosher salt, and then I believe I used a 1/4 cup of paprika, 1/4 cup of garlic, and 1 tablespoon of cumin. And that right there to me is that's my go-to rub. I'll put that on anything, on ribs, brisket, whatever. That's what I use on these ribs. And they came out amazing. Now, if you want to cut back your salt, obviously, cut back on the salt, but heavy on the pepper for sure. I mean, that's Texas style right there.
Hey Joe,
Yo.
you speaking of that, yesterday I seasoned everything with SPG because I was cooking for 600 people, and there's so many different food allergies out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I just seasoned everything with SPG, and I was cutting the loin up and pulling the chicken, and I had people tell me, "What kind of seasoning was that?" And I just say salt, pepper, and garlic, and they did not believe me yesterday. Like
Yeah.
those loins had such a umami flavor, and they like I can't describe, but it's more than salt, pepper, and garlic.
Mm-hmm.
But I kept saying that's not love. But in all actuality, that's the only spices that I put on all that food yesterday. And when you brought that up, Joe, that is 100% right. Like you got, when you mix your SPG up, sometimes simple is the most valuable and just creates the most flavor because everything stands out and it blends together in a harmony. Do that make sense, Joe?
Yeah, and then the thing is, that's what everybody is used to. So, like salt, pepper, garlic. Okay, so that's your base. Everybody cooks with that. I mean, most people. I mean, there's going to be some people that don't like the granulated garlic, but most people, it's non-offensive. So here's my SPG ratio. Okay, somebody asked earlier. So 3 cups of coarse black pepper, 1 1/3 cup of kosher salt. 1/3 cup of granulated garlic, 1/3 cup of paprika, and 1 tablespoon of cumin. That is my everything. And a lot of people want to buy this stuff from me. And I've sold it before, Thyron, because they're like, "Hey man, sell me some of that rub." And it's so simple, but I will tell you this: that the ingredients that I use, I get from 4 different places. Because I found the pepper was better in one place than the other.
Okay.
And the paprika, I use a Spanish style paprika, so that's got a very kind of a smoky flavor to it. It's kind of like a smoked paprika, but it's not as smoky. So I do buy my ingredients from different places. My granulated garlic, I like it a little bit coarse.
Yeah.
Because that reconstitutes with the moisture on whatever you're cooking, so you have that kind of garlic on the. I don't use garlic powder. That's for sure. It gets too pasty and it'll mess with your bark. It'll get like almost like a jelly consistency.
Yeah, and it smears like makeup, kind of.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited, man. I got to edit the video. I got to put it together now. Braden, what's going on, man?
What's up, brother? Jump on into the screen, man. But Joe, I am super excited though, man. I can't wait to see what James cook. I'm like, James got chicken, right?
Yeah, James is being hard on himself, man. Now he's cooking up against Maddie and Kiki. So James, he's cooking up against Maddie and Kiki, and they got whole chicken. So, but James is a little nervous, man. But because, again, like I was nervous, so I can see where James is coming from. I can see where James is coming from. I was a little nervous because you can't screw this up, man. You don't want to screw it up, and you want to put a good product out there so that people, because the subscribers can't taste it. But if it looks good and you do a good cook, they're gonna be like, man, I can almost taste that. And that's what we want. That's what we want.
I feel your nervousness because I was like the seasoning stuff, and I had to do like 12 takes because I was just like, I stopped remembering names for a reason and just all that. Because to me, I want to shine a light on me, but I also want to shine a light on the contest because I feel like, there was another competitor. Red Dutch, Daddy Dutch. I guess my whole thing is there's so many great competitors in here. I want all my subscribers to go over and check y'all out because they gonna learn so much. And that's the good thing about it. Like, this is a free masterclass. This is a free, like this is free because you learn so much different techniques, guys, just by watching these great YouTube channels.
Yeah, so and that's so true, Thyron, because if somebody's gonna watch, if somebody wants to learn barbecue, go subscribe to all 20 channels that are in this competition because we are putting our best foot forward. Like those beef ribs, I can't make a better beef rib than that. I gave it my all, man. I gave it from the seasoning to the smoking to the cutting of it to the presentation of it. That's all I've got, man. I have no more. That's it. So that beef rib, if you guys want to learn to smoke a beef rib, that's a video you're gonna watch. I mean, same for Thyron. Thyron's not just gonna cook a a rib like a. I mean, maybe it might be a normal cook for him, but he's gonna pay extra attention to what he does because he's got to put his best product out there, man. So
Joe, I don't want a bone falling out, Joe. I don't want that. I don't want bone falling. I don't want look, Joe. I want and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, my whole thing was, how do I keep these bones intact? How do I make the bottom like my whole thing is, how do I get them tender, moist, and juicy, but not have them shrink up on the bone as much and not have, because that pullback, to me, it don't look appealing. When you got one bone hanging this way, one bone hanging that way. So I'm doing my best to let it go slower, develop the bark, but not have the bones protruding out of the meat looking comedy. And so I'm thinking that the way I'm doing it is real low and slow, like real low and slow. And have the fat break down. Like it may take me 10 hours to smoke these beef ribs because how low I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so I did. Now these were, as I mentioned, these were Wagyu beef ribs. So the weird thing that it kind of threw me for a loop was that I didn't have to spritz until towards the end, Thyron. I mean, there was so much moisture on the surface.
Wow.
That was a little dangerous for me because I wanted to keep that surface nice and moist and not let it get, dry up on me. And I wasn't used to that. I would normally spritz after 4 hours, but these were just leaking so much juice that I didn't have to spritz till the end. So here's what they look like.
Oh,
like you see how, I mean, like they pulled back like tremendously. And it looked like a brisket was sitting on top of those bones.
Oh,
it was crazy, man. It was, and that's right after I spritzed. So, yeah, it was definitely it was a good cook, man. That's for sure. Again, I gave it my all.
So you used now.
Yeah, that point, I saw your video yesterday, Thyron, on that cook, man. That was nice.
Hey, man. Yeah. So, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But so with your beef, see, I'm trying to I'm trying to see if I went the right way.
Uh-huh.
So I was talking to Elton.
Yep.
And we was on the chat like a couple weeks ago, man, and he said in a video, he said that he preferred choice beef ribs over Wagyu or that type of stuff due to the fact that it's too rich.
Mm-hmm.
This is what he said, okay? But everybody got their opinion about stuff, okay?
Sure.
So my question to you, Joe. What do you think about that? And I'm not trying to compare nobody. It's just that we all want to have different opinions. Do you think the choice is better than the prime? Because I was watching this Yoder guy, that Mad Scientist Barbecue, he mentioned something within that same. Cause when I drew beef ribs, that's all I watched for a whole week. Every moment, second, I've been watching your beef rib videos, everybody beef rib videos, because I don't cook a lot of beef short ribs. I cook a lot of beef back ribs. I prefer beef back ribs over short ribs, but I had to, even though I won the state fair off of the beef short ribs, and that was a huge competition to win. But still, yet though, I still kind of, I wish I would have had the same beef ribs I had at the state fair. But unfortunately, the place that I brought them for is not open anymore. Mm-hmm.
So the problem with beef ribs, you can even buy select. You can even get select beef ribs, and the marbling on ribs, just because of the anatomy, that's the anatomy of the animal. There's a lot of fat in the ribs.
Oh, okay.
So the only thing, I think that Wagyu beef ribs are totally different than Wagyu brisket, because like a Wagyu brisket, that's really beefy and really rich, and so are the ribs. But the difference between a choice rib and even a prime rib is the fat that's inside those ribs compared to what's in Wagyu. So Wagyu, the fat that's in anything Wagyu is really soft, so it melts at a very low temperature. Okay. So you will render out a Wagyu beef rib a lot more than you ever will a choice rib, or even prime. I think is a little bit, the marbling is a little bit finer than in choice and in your standard select.
Yeah.
So because the marbling is much greater on the Wagyu, it's going to melt, and it's a buttery kind of fat. So you're going to render that a lot faster, and it can tolerate a little higher temperature too. But it's going to melt out, I think, better than your choice or your select.
Okay.
Prime is up there too. I mean, I got to tell you, some of the choice thyron, and I love choice, and I'm a dog father on that. Choice to me many times is better than prime. Even the marbling for some crazy reason. So, I smoke a lot of prime briskets, but I also smoke a lot of choice, because the choice is certified Angus beef, and that when you buy that choice, sometimes they're like, man, I think they mispackaged this thing, because look at this marbling, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's about the cook and letting that fat render out a little bit. So you got to let it hang out on that 200 degree for a little bit. Just to get that fat to melt, just like on a beef rib. You got to get on a pork rib, you got to get it to a certain temperature to let that fat render out of the meat, out of the bones and stuff too. So,
amen. What's up, Uncle Steve? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. but talking about that video yesterday, Joe, we met our goal for his financial goal. We blew that out of the water, but we didn't serve the 600 people like I wanted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we was around 460, 470. But for his financial goal, we met that past none,
Nice,
because people donated, and it was a great cause and all that. We was prepared for 600 people, but people came out. I mean, I had people driving 60, 70 miles for that dinner,
Nice.
so I thought it was pretty awesome. The pork loins came out amazing. I'm still waiting on Kent to come down here to Oelwein, Iowa, and get beat up by T&T. You see, he's avoiding it. Kent is avoiding it. Daddy Duchess, because he keeps saying he's the master of pork loin.
What's going on, Kent? Angela, I'm from Texas. I live in El Paso, Texas.
Okay. But yeah, thank you, Uncle Steve. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to. We got some other stuff that we're doing for the community, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm gonna be doing brisket on that cook, so I'm looking forward to, it's gonna be a different experience cooking, about 60 whole briskets at one time. But I'm looking forward to cooking 60 whole briskets. Whenever you get a chance to cook 60 whole briskets, Kent should come down and help me do that. But I'm looking forward to that. And I'm gonna be using Uncle Steve's shake for those 60 whole briskets I'm gonna be doing.
Man, that's a lot. Who trims all that? Really?
Yes.
That's a lot of work, man.
Dude, it was 32 loins yesterday. I sliced all of them but two of them. I sliced 32 loins yesterday. I sliced every last loin but two loins, and my buddy that was helping me, he sliced two of them, and he said, "T, come get me. My hands are cramping. My hands are cramping." Because he's like, "How can you slice that many loins and not be cramping?" I'm like, "I'm used to it. I'm used to slicing. It is what it is." But yeah, man, it was outstanding. Now I'm gonna need somebody that could come down and help me slice all these briskets. That's my problem, slicing brisket and slicing loins is two different things.
Dude, have you thought about going with like an electric knife, Thyron?
I have 3 or 4 electric knives, Joe, but I found out once they get real greasy,
oh yeah,
they're done. They're done. Once they get that grease really into them, they're just shot. Now, don't take this the wrong way. All my electric knives are cheap. So all my electric knives are like $19 on down, but they work good as long as you're doing 2 or 3 briskets. It's amazing. But once you get that grease going real good in those briskets, I always found out that okay. All right, Joe. All right, kid. He said have night wood travel. Okay. Hey, bro. Hey, I get a date to you. It's for a good fundraiser we're gonna have to be doing. So we're just trying to get everything figured out how we're gonna do it. So that's all we're trying to get together. How we're gonna get everything situated for it. We haven't had a date picked out yet, but we're gonna do it. So I told him I want to do brisket and probably some sweet corn, and my baked beans. So give them ear corn, baked beans. It's gonna be for the American Legion. So for the veterans. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing for the American Legion, the veterans. So that's what we'll be doing. Yeah, I think that's a good organization, don't you think so, Joe?
Oh yeah. So I didn't see a whole lot of seasoning on the loins yesterday. You don't over season them, huh?
Well, this is what happened. When I season those loins with that SPG, the salt just soaks into that, and the only thing up there is the black pepper.
Okay.
And the garlic and the salt. I don't go too heavy, but I go heavy enough where it shows. But yeah, it normally just sets up on there. And believe it or not, it takes me 6 to 5 hours to cook my loins to 145 degrees internally, because I don't cook no higher than 220 when I'm cooking my loins. Cause I want that's how I get that real good smoke flavor into those loins, because I can cook the same loin in 2 hours or an hour and a half at 300 some degrees on my reverse flow. But to get that smoke flavor the way I like it, and to get that loin, cause my loin always have like a little, I don't know what to call it, Joe, but it's like a little, it's a coating my loin gets, and it's like a baking coating around it, where the smoke has penetrated and made like a bacon kind of texture around the whole loin. So when I'm slicing it, and you only get that when you cook low and slow, to me, that's my perfect loin. So I got to keep it real low to get that rind. I call it a rind, like kind of rind around it. And you got to slice it thin now, because if you slice that thick, it kind of makes it tough. But when you slice it thin, it's a great value. It has texture, but it also has that moistness to it. Yes, Kent. Yes.
Hey, so what do you where do you smoke that many briskets? I mean, which smoker?
I would probably use to be honest with you, I was thinking that. I'm like, I would probably use the Beast, my Beast smoker. And I would have and probably the Beast and Old Rusty. My rotisserie grill, I could do that many briskets. But the only thing about it is they don't like anything hanging over the edge at all. So I would probably, and then you get a different smoke flavor from the rotisserie as you do from the stick burners, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You cook with more, you have better rendering, and it has a real good color, but it's totally different smoke flavor. But I will probably use my reverse flow smoker.
You ever thought of getting a 1,000-gallon smoker, Thyron?
I had the opportunity here to get a fat stack here about 6 months ago, and the guy had one in Iowa. You probably remember seeing the guy. I call him Zeke the Freak. Yeah. He came out and helped me. Was it 2 years ago?
On the ribs?
He had a 1,000-gallon smoker at his house that he just buys smokers because he a truck driver. He got no family, no kids, so he just like buying smokers. Okay,
wow.
And he brought it from Texas, and he had the smoker. He offered me a great deal on it, but my wife told me absolutely not. So I had a choice: either get the 1,000-gallon fat stack smoker because he brought it from Texas, or possibly have hell on wheels at home. So I chose not to get the smoker.
You're a very smart man.
He was gonna sell me that 1,000-gallon, built from Texas. He got it from I'm trying to think the name of the company, but it was the one that has the chimney that breaks down.
Yeah.
It looked amazing. It was painted rustic colors, but it had like it was the real deal fat sack smoker. He got it, and he bought it for like boohoo money, and he was gonna sell it to me for like $8,200, $8,500. And I was like, man, I should write you a check now. Let me check with my wife. Check my wife. She's like, honey, no, because it was on a slab. It wasn't
not on a trailer.
Not wheels. No, it was on he had it on a trailer, but it was like bungee cord down and I was like, he didn't want to sell the trailer. He wanted to just drop it off, and I was like,
yeah.
So,
well, I mean, I think that would. I know that you cook a lot, Thyron. So I think that I mean, me personally, for what you do, I think that the 1,000-gallon would be an investment that would pay off pretty damn quick. So. I know that if I had a catering business like what you do, Thyron, that 1,000 gallons would be at my house.
Oh,
I'd have to
be go
nice.
Get one.
I'd have to be nice to the wife, right? But
yeah.
Or you can say, hey, look, here's the deal. I'm gonna sell 2 of my smokers to make room for this 1,000-gallon smoker or whatever.
Yeah,
kind of meet them halfway. But that 1,000-gallon, I mean, I don't know how many briskets you can cook in there. I'm gonna assume you can probably cook 60 briskets in that thing.
Oh yeah,
right. So
yeah.
Oh man, that's a dream, man, to have 1,000. And then the fat stack, those I think are made in California, aren't they?
I think they're made in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. You're a semi driver, so if he swings by and see a smoker. And he loves to drive to Texas.
Yeah, those are nice smokers. I've seen those. I think they might be in Texas. Let me see. Fat stack smokers.
Thank you, Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve said he gonna support me. He loved the bet. Yes. Thank you, Uncle Steve. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Los Angeles, California.
Oh, it's in California. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
he got it from Texas, so somebody must have brought it from California.
Yeah.
He brought it from Texas. Trying to think of the name of the place where he brought it from. He brought it from a restaurant, actually,
Oh,
in
so
Texas. Yes, yes.
there you go.
But yeah, it was a fat stack smoker
Dude,
here in Northeast Iowa. And he'll see me pictures cooking like 5 briskets on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're nice. Yeah, and it's got that kind of patina, that old school kind of look.
Yes. And that's how this one looked. It looked, but it was painted like that though. It wasn't like it was clear coated, looking old school. Yes. No, well, it must. His one wasn't like that though. It was. Well, I take that back. I thought it was a fat sack. It didn't have a firebox like that. It had a round firebox, Joe.
Okay, I think they do that. I think they do that too.
Okay.
They're customized. They can customize. Yeah.
This was a round firebox. It was insulated. It was a nice smoker, man. And I should have brought it, but happy wife, happy life.
That's right.
Hey, Joe, you don't got a video with lane quarters, do you, Joe?
No, I don't.
What's up, man?
I know, right? Yeah, here's a smoker with a round firebox. Where is it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Man, that's
but
nice.
It was on a slab, though. It wasn't on wheels. It was on a slab.
Yeah. I can see that. I mean, you might need the trailer or mount it on a trailer or something.
Yeah, I need it on a trailer.
Price, I mean, those kind of smokers, like Fat Stack's a good company. Those are easily over $10,000.
Oh yes, yes. I may have to sit him down to pick me one up because I got some big contracts that I'm doing, and I really will benefit for just cooking everything on one smoker.
It would be a learning curve because that's to find out where the hot spots are on that thing.
Oh my goodness, dude! Oh, you trying to learn the curve, dude? I'm still trying to learn old Rusty.
Yeah.
Did you see that live? Hey, I played it cool, Joe. Did you see that live when I almost burned up old Rusty in the Cadillac?
Oh yeah,
dude. Hey, I got to admit to y'all here on Facebook, that was a mistake. Old Rusty, I thought it was gonna be like a fire. But that almost came into a inferno. Almost burnt my Cadillac up, Joe.
Oh, crazy, man.
Oh, but yeah, old Rusty cooked like a champ, man. She is clean as a whistle. Clean as a whistle, all the way down to the bare minimum. So how do you clean your smoker, Joe? You got a nice stick burner where you get grease and things like that? Because you just did a big cook here a couple weeks ago. And I'm quite sure you had a mess of grease and stuff in it.
Oh yeah. So I've got the tuning plates on my smoker. So what I do is I take the top racks off. I brush them down. The racks I never wash. I just brush them down with my long wire brush, both sides, get them nice and clean, and then I'll run the torch on them just to burn the grease off. So I'll take those off. I'll take all my grates off, and so now I have the tuning plates exposed. Well, a lot of the fat and stuff, it collects right there, so it like creates these big flakes of fat and rub and everything else. So I'll scrape all that off with a paint scraper, like a 5-inch paint scraper, big one, and just scrape it all off, put it in my trash can, take the tuning plates off. Now that's where the big mess is at. So on that round part of the smoker, I take the same scraper and scrape everything to the center. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's not fun. So then I'll run my spatula paint scraper and scoop all that off as much as I can, grease and everything. And then once I'm down to almost nothing, then I'll spray it down with just regular cold water the inside. So I'll scrape the doors too. Then I'll spray water and I'll put a 5-gallon bucket on one end and I'll spray everything down. I'll probably only use like 2 gallons of water.
Yeah.
Just spray it all off and then just work that dirty water down into the drain. And that's all I do. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh.
But it takes me a good hour and a half, man, to do that. You know.
You may not believe me, Joe. It took me. So after the grill caught on fire,
Yeah.
that was just the beginning, Joe. I got finished around about 9 o'clock that night. I took it to the big car wash, paid $25, got the big hose they used to spray the walls of the car wash off. I got that, sprayed everything down. I probably took out 60 pounds of burnt Priasoak. 60 pounds. And my big butt had to get up in there with a little spade shovel and scoop it in bags. And I'm talking like, when I got done, dude, I slept so good, man. Like, but I was able to get it clean down to the bare metal. And I just got some oil and seasoned it back up, man, and used it on the pulled chicken I did. When I said it looked like it came out of the oven, Joe, it looked like it came out of the oven, dude. It had it had some real good smoke flavor. I could tell the difference, though. It didn't have the real good old flavor of Old Rusty because all that was gone, but it still tasted real good.
Yeah, it cooks different, man, because what a lot of people have to realize is that all that the rub and the grease and the fat, it creates these layers of how do I explain it, man? It's just buildup is all it is.
Yep.
And that gets really hot, man. So
yes,
you learn to cook with how your smoker's operating with a dirty smoker. But
yep.
when you clean your smoker, it's like, man, what a different. It makes a big difference. That's why you got to clean it. Yeah,
yeah.
It's like it's new again.
Yep. And yes. And to be honest with you guys, like I was getting criticized when I was cleaning Old Rusty in the video, but I didn't have time to respond to that. But man, Old Rusty cooked like a champ again.
Yeah.
Like I would put Old Rusty up to any kind of, and I was gonna use Old Rusty today on the competition beef ribs, but when I seen Rick's video of talking about YouTube pitmasters, I seen the stick burner beside him, so I knew it was gonna be on and popping. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go with a direct flow stick burner. So
yeah, man. You know, when I was gonna use an analogy, when you clean your smoker, it's like when you got brand new shoes when you were a kid that you actually thought you could run faster because you have new shoes.
Yes,
that's exactly what it's like, man. It's like, man, this thing's burning and being nice.
Yes. I tell you what, but Joe, you know, after we get all this done and everything, the YouTube and get that running, like man, I'm actually really looking forward to like getting people input on. Cause I'm going to wineries now, Joe. Yes, I'm gonna be at wineries and breweries, and and ribs are good. All that stuff is good, but I'm really trying to come up with a menu that I can have at a winery, that I can have at a brewery. And, you know, somebody recommended, I think it was Darnell, a pretzel dog. But, you know, I'm going to do something like that. But I'm really looking for something I really can shock the world. I got like, you may not believe, Joe, I got like, I can't hardly use my deep freezer. I got so much brisket trim in my deep freezer. When I start grinding, bro, I'm actually going to take it to a meat locker and have them to grind it because I don't think the grinder I got can handle that. Now, your grinder, Joe, you can grind a whole cow for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that thing's quick. But you know what? I put it to a test a couple of weeks ago. We made like 35 pounds of sausage.
Yeah.
And, you know, I use the decal and everything. And you have to cut the decal down because, I mean, that's solid fat.
Yeah.
And it bogged the smoker down. I mean, the grinder down just a little bit, but I didn't like that it bogged it down. So we started cutting the decal a little bit smaller.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, because it didn't like the whole decal going in at once. It was like, hey man, slow down here. But if it's meat, boy, it tears that stuff up, man. Like
Oh
just meat
man.
with no solid fat, like the decal fat.
Yeah.
Man, it was,
That deco serious though, Joe.
dude, it's like a rock. I mean, you can use it as a
It
hammer.
is. Hey Joe, I got to go out here and throw a log on my smoker. Can you take over for me?
Yeah, man.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm finna go and.
Oh, he completely left. So Bassfinder, should I put the meat on top of the coals or just on the side with no coals? Should I put the meat on top of the coals or just on the side with no coals? If you're smoking Bassfinder, if you have like a Weber kettle, or whatever, you can just put your coals on one side and then put your meat on the other side, especially if it's really close. And you get a really nice smoke flavor from that. So it depends on what you want to do. Obviously, if you're grilling, then put it directly on over the coals. But if you're going to be smoking, then, and that's what people don't understand oftentimes, because you can smoke on a gas grill, believe it or not. Just turn the far left burner on and put your protein on the far right side, and maybe get a little like a little smoke tube, and you'll get some good smoke flavor out of that. So you can smoke on a gas grill. Just turn one burner on, turn the other ones off, and maybe use a smoke tube or something like that. Mill scale. I've seen those mill scale smokers. They're nice. They build a good product. There's a few companies out there that, even Evie Mae's Barbecue in Lubbock, Texas. Arnis makes some amazing smokers. I've seen what he produces, and he makes a real good smoker. That's a talented man. He runs a barbecue business, Evie Mae's Barbecue. Plus, he has his, he builds custom smokers too, which is nice. If you're going to cook directly on, yeah, exactly, Darnell. If you're going to cook over coals, you got to watch it. Now on my Yoder flat top, I've got maybe a good 10, 12 inches away from the protein. So you can, it's more of a, I know that's more like a Carolina style smoking, where you're cooking directly over the coals. I would prefer to be a lot further than 12 inches, 24 inches or 36 inches away from the food. You can end up with some really good product, whether it's a brisket or a pork butt, like a box smoker. Wood instead of charcoal. Yeah, sometimes, you know what, Moo? I do have, I got a lot of charcoal, and I bought the charcoal when it was on sale, and I bought a lot. I bought a lot of charcoal 2 years ago, and I still have a ton of charcoal because I only use charcoal for just to start my pit. That's it. You want to grill? Yeah. I miss grilling, and I grilled some steaks the other day. The grilling is fun. I mean, it's a really good flavor as well. So nothing wrong with grilling. What kind of meat grinder do I have? I use the company Meat, as you can see over my shoulder over here, right here. That's a brand right there. It's a 1.5 horsepower meat grinder, and that thing is a beast. You can throw anything in it, and it grinds it right up. It's from the company Meat. They were on back order, and they got a bunch of them in now. So I highly recommend it. That's what I use for my sausage. That company Meat. Good morning from San Jacinto, Cali. What's going on, man? Guillermo Flores, welcome. There he is.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, man. Didn't mean to put you to work.
No, you're good, man. Ron Wayne, A.N. Booley Fabricators. has used smokers and new. Very nice. I've never heard of them.
Okay. Let me see right here.
A&B Bewley.
Fabricated. Okay. Dallas, Texas.
You know, the smoking or cooking barbecue in general has become extremely popular, man. I don't, it wasn't this popular a few years back, I can tell you that. And I think that what happened, Thyron, is a lot of people started watching YouTube, and they're like,
Yes.
man, these guys, like you said, that master class, these guys are, I mean, we're showing them how to barbecue, so they're wanting to get into it. And I think it's an awesome thing, man, because barbecuing in general is just fun, and it brings family together.
Amen. And also bring Joe, no disrespect, but how the hell could we meet? You know what I'm trying to say? If it wasn't for YouTube, how could I? You know,
Right?
where the hell we could have met at, Joe? You know, I mean, it just is what it is, or James, or whatever, or me and Kent. Like it just, to me, it brought so many people together, and despite hold on 1 second, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that A&B Bewley makes a lot of like cabinet style smokers. Oh, and they have some offsets too. Rotisseries. Oh man, they make a ton of different type of smokers. Catering trailers, portable pits. Man, they make some nice stuff. What's up, Biggs? How you doing, man? I was out watering the grass, and Thyron got on. I said, "Oh, I'm going to go inside and join him for a little bit." Did you get your cook done, Biggs? Your brisket? How did it turn out, man? If you did. Right, Bill?
Teenagers, guys, teenagers.
I know. Hey, your kids are getting big, boy.
Oh my goodness.
What's your young son's name?
Dallas.
Dallas, boy. When I started watching your channel about 2.5 years ago, Thyron, he was a little boy, and he's a man. He's a man now. Like, I'm like, holy cow, man! That boy's getting big.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But all my kids are, except my daughter. She's a little thicker. But my boys are just slim, mini people. Like, I'm like, dude, y'all, like my oldest son, he wears size 34, 32. I'm like, never in a million years I ever wore 32. I always wore husky.
Yeah, he's a big boy, man, but he's definitely grown up really fast, man. I saw him grow up here on YouTube.
Yeah, I sure appreciate you. I really do. But you know, one thing that really makes me proud is that my kids actually know how to barbecue.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like my daughter, she get beef ribs. Like I'm talking like not like 4 or 5. I'm talking like 60, and she can skin them. Beef batter. She can take the membrane off of them, season them with SPG. Just the other day, I was at work and I said, "Baby, I need those." I was talking to my daughter. She was home alone because my other sons, they was at a camp. Well, not a camp, but like some kind of sporting camp. So I say, hey, sweetheart, I need you to get those pork butts done. And when I got home from work, they was on the smoker smoking away, you know. So
was there a point in time, Thyron, where they didn't show any interest? Like they wanted nothing to do with it?
Yes. Well, it went like this. At first, that's all they wanted to do. Mm-hmm. When it was like 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, they wanted to do. They hit 13, they wanted to divorce it. They were like, no way, no how, I'm not doing it. You know, now they see the fruits of the labor. So now they still like so-called they're interested, but they're not really, but it benefits them so much until it's like, Dad, I want gas money, or I want this, I want that. And I always tell them, hey, if you want gas money for your vehicle, because all three of my kids are driving, if you want gas money for your truck, or if you want this, then, hey, you gotta do this.
They're like, hey, Dad, are we cooking anything today? Because
yes,
my gas tank's empty.
so that's how it is, So,
funny.
but the thing about they have the knowledge now, and that's what I'm happy of. Because I told him, I say, son, y'all don't never have to be broke because people gonna always want to eat. As long as you know how to get the license and do that, you could always, because the basis of great barbecue. Not good barbecue, the basis of great barbecue.
Yep.
It's just like your daughter, Joe. She know the basis of great barbecuing and filmmaking. Yep. These are skills that she has learned, and it's going to translate to different things. For instance, my sons and daughters go to the same job working at the grocery store. And the managers be like, they work so hard. And my kids come home like, Dad, it's so easy. It's like easy. They say, I know mopping the floor is hard. They're like, well, don't go to my house because my dad, that's all he does, works everybody. So I guess, I think my kids are lazy, but everybody think they're hard workers. So I guess the point I'm looking at is like I'm putting that work ethic into them deep and rooted because my dad thought I was lazy. And when I used to go to work, when I got my first job, I used to work so hard that people thought that I was trying to impress the boss, but it was so easy. Because it's like, dude, I was a forklifter in a dog, because we used to have to, my dad landscape and farm for a living. So we had to go in this field and we used to sell these big old landscaping rocks. We were the forklift, we were the bulldozers. We had to meet my brothers and sisters, and we had to pick that stuff up and put on the old Ford truck. So when I got to work, it came natural. So I guess the point I'm trying to say is I'm proud of my kids because when they have to go out and work on a real job, they have the skills, they have the work ethic. They know, number one, always on time. Number two, they know complete the task. And you've got time to lean, you got time to clean. So they know that from dad installing that into them because when they don't do something, they choose not to do it. It's not because they don't know how to do it. They just choose not to do it. And that's a different thing, But it's not that they don't know how. They just choose not to. So that's what I'm proud of,
A lot of kids these days, it's not that they don't, and a lot of them, the bad thing is a lot of the younger generation doesn't want to learn. They want to find an easy way to do stuff. And there is no easy way. Success isn't going to show up in your mailbox. It's not something. It's not going to show up on your doorstep and said, hey, I'm here, man. You want me or not? You got to go get it. And I've always had that same work ethic, man, is that if you want to be successful, you can't sit on your butt and wait for it to show up. It's not going to show up in your mail in an envelope and say, hey, success is here. No, you got to go get it, man. So J. Brad, they do have a smaller grinder. And a buddy of mine has it. It's good for home use. Check them out. I think it's $150 if that. But check them out. Biggs has a new logo. Pull up one of Biggs's comments. I like that new logo, Biggs. I just saw that. Look at that.
Oh man, check that out.
I'm liking that, Biggs. He said his brisket cook went 3 hours longer than what he expected. Because he's a competitor in this competition, so he had brisket. Lucky dog. I wish I would have gotten brisket, but he said it took 3 hours longer. He said it turned out good.
Oh man,
Yosef, the Lone Star Grill smokers. I think that those are built really nice. There's Nothing bad that I can say. In fact, Barbecue by Biggs smokes on a Lone Star. Check out his channel. So
I'm gonna put his YouTube channel in the chat. I want them to go over there and subscribe, okay, to his channel.
Yep.
So yes, I want them to go over there and subscribe. To Barbecue by Big's channel. Man, it looks like a great channel. I'm out here checking it out now. Here is his YouTube channel in the chat.
Biggs has a saying, go Biggs or go home.
So go check him out. Go over there, click on the link right here, and go and subscribe to his channel. Y'all know my boy Smoking Joe, you know what I'm saying? So like I say, now Joe, my next question to you is I know you changed from low and slow to hot and fast, right, Joe? When it comes to brisket.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, if you were doing competition, would you still go high and fast, or would you go low and slow if you were doing a brisket competition?
I would probably go somewhere in between, man. Because that's what I'm doing. I've got the time to do that, and I'm not rushing. So I can have a brisket done hot and fast in 8 hours. Like,
Whoa.
and it'll be, it'll be a darn good brisket. But there's something about that low and slow, that smoke penetration, because you're really smoking more, between the 200 to 250 degrees. Anything above that, they consider it barbecuing, because you're smoking at that 300 or 275 to 300. So the smoke is less at those. You're going to get less smoke at those temperatures, but with an offset smoker, you're still going to get really good smoke penetration, but not like 225 to 250. You get like you said earlier, Thyron, on those pork loins, that 225 or whatever. That's when it's happening, man. That's when you're creating goodness.
Yes,
that's
where you get that flavor that people can't subscribe. I mean, they can't describe. They're like, what is that? It's smoky, but it's a different kind of smoky.
Yeah, it's just low and slow. It's like the Italians, when they make their spaghetti, they are that spaghetti sauce is sitting on the stove all day.
Yes,
like you said, that the umami flavors, those come and that's, I think, the one way you can explain it is that you have that umami flavor from a low and slow brisket that you don't get so much from a hot and fast. It's a different flavor. It's just more savory. The low and slow is that's where it's at.
Amen. Amen. That's where it's at.
That chicken soup that sits on the stove all day. The broth is fantastic. You can't get that on a hot and fast. You got to let that juice get down to the bones and release the fat and flavor.
Oh my goodness. You never lied about that. Well, Joe, what I'm gonna do is one more question, Joe. I know I should ask you this, but if I want to link the community page, when is that link gonna be available? So when I edit my video, I can add it. Do I just go to your community page and copy that link?
Yes.
And then paste it. Oh, that's how I do it. Okay.
You can do it now because it's going to be the landing site to the communities page. So just go to the My Communities tab and don't click on a. I don't think I have any comments. I think I deleted them all.
Okay.
If there's all right. So yeah, I got to delete.
All right. So I'm going to your community page right now.
Delete.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to delete everything that I have in there. I'm deleting it now. So now I have nothing. So just copy and paste that communities tab.
Yeah, okay.
And then people will be able to find your video.
All right. And I copy it. I put that in the chat right now. So y'all go over. This is where you can vote. So this is the voting site right here, guys. Let's have no voting mishaps. Every vote counts. Always vote for your favorite guy. And then if you're subscribed to TNT, please go watch the rest of everybody else and vote for the best cook on brisket, chicken, pork butt, and ribs. So go over and check James, Papa Joe,
Can't.
Kent and CJ and everybody. Go check out all their videos. And I just posted Joe right there, his community page right there, guys. So go there and you look at everybody's video when we drop it this Wednesday, right, Joe?
Yes, sir.
What time Wednesday?
So Wednesday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So what time is it where you're at, Ivan?
It's 11:55.
All right, so you're gonna post yours at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, okay.
Which is 8 o'clock, which is 9 o'clock my time.
All right. So I'm just gonna schedule mine tonight when I get through editing and stuff. I just schedule mine tonight to drop at 8 o'clock.
No. I'm sorry. No, you're dropping yours at 10 o'clock, which is 9 o'clock my time.
Okay, 10 o'clock. Okay, 10 o'clock a.m. Okay.
10 o'clock a.m., which is 9 a.m. my time. So,
all right.
And then obviously those in California would post at, I think it's 8 o'clock in California, or let me see. Yeah, it would be 8 o'clock for California if it's 9 o'clock my time.
All right. But listen, guys, it's something there for you voting. If you vote and look at everybody's channel, guys, you're increasing your chances. I mean, just voting and staying in the competition, you're increasing your chance of winning that Yoder. Why 640? Man.
Yeah, we'll have a link. We'll have a link that you can post on your video for that. And then obviously you want to post that on your, YouTube and Instagram and stuff. So
yes, I don't have Instagram. I have just I think my wife got Instagram, but I don't know how to use Instagram. I got to get.
You don't have to. You don't have to. If you don't have Instagram, you don't have to.
I think I do, but I don't know how to use it. I post it on my TikTok. I do have a TikTok. Yeah, I have a TikTok.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, most definitely. But yeah, so I would love for y'all guys to go over there and please, guys, please subscribe to my brother Joe channel and go over there, and subscribe, man. All these good guys' channel, man. You will be hard pressed to find some great cooking techniques, man. Because, Joe, I got to give it to you, bro. My brisket game was lacking until I met you. It was lacking. I know you're a new YouTuber, but could you please explain to me how that bark stay on the brisket like that?
Yeah, man. It's just, I use mustard as a binder, but like I mentioned earlier, those beef ribs that I cooked, the bark, it was so moist that I didn't have to spritz it all.
Wow, that's awesome.
Like towards the end, and you don't want to spritz too early because that rub is going to turn to a jelly.
Yes.
And you want to develop that bark, man. So,
hey, man, here's a heavy hitter, Tommy.
Oh, hey, Tommy.
Gallery Backyard Barbecue, man. Oh, what's up, brother? How you doing?
He's another competitor, guys. Check out his channel.
Yeah, go check out Gallery Backyard Barbecue, man. Go over there and check him out and subscribe to his YouTube channel, man. But hey guys, you know who to go subscribe to? That's okay. That's all good. But you know who to vote for. So that's all votes matter.
You know what? I just figured out that I could create a post and release it like on that one day. I'm trying to do that while we talk here.
Okay, no problem, bro.
So you guys are cooking beef ribs, right?
Yes.
Beef ribs.
Yeah, me and Ricky. Rick, yeah. Barbecue and cuisine. Now, I keep saying barbecue and cuisine. It's barbecue and
specialties.
Specialties.
So let me
Barbecue
see, March
specialties.
24th, 9 a.m. Let me see, 9 a.m. Oops, 9 a.m. Local time. It says local time. I don't know what's up with that. I guess local time is my time.
So Tommy, what are you cooking? What Tommy cooking? Tommy said he's been filming since 4 a.m. Joe.
Wow. So see, I created. This is the post that I'm gonna go ahead and do something similar to that. You know, T&T Barbecue and then Rick's Barbecue and Specialties.
Okay.
So yeah, and I think I can post a picture of you guys. So I'll figure that. So I'll have that ready to launch like at 9 a.m. I'll have them all pre-programmed, ready to launch, so that our subscribers can go and vote at that point. So
okay then. Well, guys, you need to go watch all 20 videos and subscribe to all 20 channels, guys. But you need to vote for everybody video, you know, and I'm just gonna throw it out here. What I recommend you looking at, you want to make sure you look at juices. You know, we don't want to be squeezed. Presentation, yeah. Make sure they presenting that thing good. You know, make sure they biting it. They ain't faking it till they bake it. You know when stuff. If they doing this, you know it ain't tender. If they biting that thing like here, and it just comes off, you know it's good. You know, and then also I think we should be judging on like, you know, how we explain everything, you know. My video gonna be long because I get long-winded because I want to make sure that people are learning what I'm doing.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Most definitely. Yeah. Hello, how you doing?
Yes. Yeah, I would definitely send me the video links. If you guys have them edited before Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I can post them on there. Because see, right now, this is what the polls are gonna look like. So I have, you know, voting for T&T Barbecue versus Rick's Barbecue and Specialties. And then they can click on whoever they want to vote for. But below that, where it says beef ribs, I can post the links to your video so that people can click on them and watch them. So yes, if you do have the links beforehand, please send them to me. But then obviously on your video, say, you know, guys, vote for me. You want to have a vote here on your comment section. That's will be the very first thing. Vote here. And it's going to take them to my communities tab. There they're going to find the voting for your videos.
Okay. So vote here. When I say vote here,
communities tab.
On your community tab, and they just click on that. I wonder if I could put it in an iCard.
I don't know.
Now, I would try that when I'm editing it. If not, I'd say go below and vote below. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I so appreciate you, Joe. Thank you again. Man. I really love talking barbecue, but I got to get to editing this video. I got to get to doing things. And shooting this video, I got to go buy another spritzer bottle because the one I just filled up broke. So, so I got to go reshoot that video. All right,
brother.
Hey, God bless you. God bless America. We love you. Can't love you, brother. I'll be looking forward to spend some time with you, Kent, when we do the event for the veterans. And, guys, thank y'all so much. I'm looking forward to Joe doing those 60 briskets, bro. I'm excited. So, all right. Y'all have a blessed day, guys.